Hello guys, this is Paresh and I'm here to share demo of my recent project which is called PIMS. PIMS stands for Premium Insurance Management System. This software is basically intended to provide a solid and easy to use navigation and solution to one of my client who is running an insurance based company, and the software have replaced their Excel sheets with managed data, you can say. And so basically this software has certain masters like providers, company agents, and etc. And when we are selling an insurance, at that time we have to use these ingredients to select any premium insurance to customer. So basically to develop this software I have used .NET framework, uh, 4.5, VB.NET, MS Access 2007, and certain office tools, right? So let's get started with the demo. As you can see that here is a login form, and here you can see we do have a company selection over here, right? So basically from this selection box they can select company in which they are going to login, because they do have two forms registered to sell insurance. So they have to select over here then in which company they wanted user wanted to log in. To authenticate they have to enter their user ID, password, right, from here. And if it's correct then they'll able to log in, and if it's incorrect then it will show you the message that the entered password and user ID is incorrect. As you can see we do have a one little checkbox over here which is remember me. What it will do, if you check it, then it will store the user ID, company detail, and password detail to the cache memory of the computer. And once you get back for the second time it will fetch from the cache memory and it will autofill these details. So each and every time if you log in for twice, thrice in a day, then you don't have to re-input your details, right? If you wanted to remember those things then and then. Let me get logged in. If it's correct then it will redirect to the this is the main screen with navigation panel on the left. Moreover, as you can see, the left part is a navigation panel and the right part is content, right? And this is the fully responsive. You can navigate your panel in minimize and maximize. Also, this is the it supports all the resolutions. If you have any another resolutions then it will automatically detect the resolution, and according to resolution it will set the controls based on your resolution. So this system does have certain master, as I explained earlier that we do have certain master. As you can see we do have masters over here, right? So let's dive in one by one. Provider. So to add a new record we need to click add new record, right, and it will redirect to an entry form for providers. Here you can add a new provider, right? And once we fill up all the details, and once you click the save button it will save all details which are, and here we do have a name as a mandatory field, right? So I'm not entering new, but we do have entered data over here that these are the providers who are providing insurance, right? You can edit any record, you can delete any record, you can copy data from here. Here is one button which is important, that copy data, which performs copy data from list and will store the computer's clipboard, which will store the data to computer's clipboard in a table format. As you can paste those data whenever you wanted to, like Excel, Notepad, Word, anywhere. In fact, if you want to search out the data you need to click on search button, right? You can see over here. And if you want to filter data then you need to enter your filter keyword in provider box. As you can see here, if you want to let's say if you want to search for Binson, then it will automatically give you the result based on your search filter. So this is the general scenario of each and every form of the application. We do have a same kind of interaction with each and every masters, right? So there are lists, you can copy data, you can search out data, you can add, edit, and delete new data. So This is the provider. Now let's move to our next master, which is a company. As I mentioned earlier, they do have a two form register to sell insurance to their clients, right? So they can add, edit, delete a new company or firm, we can say. So this is the general master and have action same as we do have in a providers. So you can add from here, you can enter the necessary details, and you can edit those details, you can delete those details, you can copy, you can search out. And as you can see here, we can say that how much records we do have in a list, right? It is sorting count. Now let's jump to the next master, which is agent. Agent is who which are working on commission base for their company. Whenever company is selling an insurance, at that time they need to have calculation of commission rates for that insurance. So this is the master and interface to add, edit and delete agent with their personal and communication details like SSN number, social security number, and all that things. So basically, these are the agent list, and agents are who are selling insurance in behalf of their company, right? So company have something particular structure for their agent based on their commission rate. If they are selling for 1 year, if they are selling for more than 1 year insurance, then they do have a different commission structure according to their time period of that insurance. Okay, so I'll explain those that commission structures just few seconds later. Now next one is our employee master. So they do have four people who are keep track records of their clients, providers, payments, and insurance, and agents. So to make it multi-user application, we have given this interface to create a new employee with its login. So all the interaction with these masters are same as I mentioned earlier, right? So you can add new employee. The employee code is auto generated over here. System will generate it auto code something like this, EAP0005, and all that things. So first name, last name, and the communication detail, and the rest of the password we have to enter. Okay, so now the most important master is a client master. When any client comes down to they are filling certain information, like as you can see, if I hit click on the add new records. So client like their personal details and family details. With their family details, they need to select who is a beneficiary for this client, and they can add their all the family members. For example, let's say if I'm adding Mr. A, what is the relation with the client? Okay, so as you can fill the family member details over here. What is the relation with that particular client? What is his sex, and what is the beneficiary? Is he beneficiary or a general member? And all the details like work phone, home phone, city, address, and contact details. Right. So now let's jump into the setting part, which is used to set commission rate for provider, agent, and company, which I mentioned earlier. So here, so they do have a different terms as per insurance policies time period. As you can see, if the insurance policy is for 1 year or below to 1 year, then they do have different commission rates. And if the insurance policy is more than 1 year, then they do have a different commission rate for client, provider, and as well as agent. So the commission rates in percentage. So from there they can change the commission rates. If they want to change commission rate in future, then they will be able to set from here. So this is for 1 year, and this is more than 1 year. So now let's jump to the first transaction, which is premium policy. When any client is purchased the premium policy, then they do have to add from here. So here are the list. If we add new premium, then we have to add ABC 3 who is the company, who is the agent, let's say Lorraine. who is the customer. Let's say so the it will auto fetch over here to the beneficiary member. Now let's say provider. What is the insurance policy? What is the total months? It will auto calculate over here. As you can see, if it's 13, then it, as you can see here, it's changing the commission percentage. Now if you have selected 112, then if termination date, you can see what is the total client insurance insured amount. Let's say it's a $1,200. What is the monthly? So if you select this person, what is the insured amount for this one? What should say? What is the monthly? As you can see that here total amount is a $2,400 and monthly installment is a $200 for this client. So and we do have some questionnaires that if you have visited any physician for what, and what is the name of the physician, and what is the application comments, you can enter over here. So in this way you can sell any premium from here. After making a new premium, you can add their premiums payment for here. If you saw that ABC and this one, so it will give you all the details over here, the policy details like what is the provider, company, agent, client, policy amount, monthly installment, total months, effective date, where it starts from and where it ends. So and also if you select the policy code, it will show you the client name, what is the paid amount to the date, what is the payment date, what is the pay period you are paying for this month, and what is the amount. Let's say it's 200 and installment for August month. So it will show you over here, right? And when you comes down for the second time, so as you can see, the paid amount till date is a 200. You can search his history from here by the premium. From here. Okay, so now you can go export this data, like if you have copied data, and if you Excel, if you open with Excel, and if you paste over here, then you can see it will paste it with the pre-formatted table format. So and we do have a change password over here. You have to enter your current and re-enter. So that's it. This is all about premium insurance management system. Thank you.